Hello, fellow members of the Midnight Society. Welcome to another special episode of my Are You Afraid of the Dark recap and review show. This time around, we're covering the final episode of the reboot's second season. Now, this won't actually feature a recap, since it's going to be spoiler-free. In this episode, the Midnight Society tries to unravel the mystery to stopping the Shadowman for good. Submitted for the approval of the Midnight Society, I call this Curse of the Shadows, Episode 6, The Tale of the Darkhouse. So if you've been watching my reviews, you know how I feel about the darkness on the show. Hello? Can we fix this? Thank you. Anyway, you know how I feel about the darkness on the show. And while it was still a problem here, I'm going to focus on the good for the finale. This and the first reboot have a lot of love and money put into them, and it shows. If you were to watch these episodes back to back, it would be like watching a theatrically released movie. I mean, sure, it would have the running time of a Snyder Cut, but I mean, at least this would probably have better visual effects, am I right? Got him. Luke does the majority of the heavy acting in this episode, getting in some more crying like he did in the last episode, though every character gets to have their standout moment. In fact, I would say that across the entire cast, this episode has the strongest acting out of the whole season. There was even a moment that made my eyes a little sweaty. I didn't cry! Son of Sardo has a very limited appearance in the last episode, but it is key to the plot, and the character finishes a very solid arc by the end. My opinion on the character has completely changed over the course of the season, and while he may not be my Sardo, he is a great Sardo for a new generation. Why did I just market him like I work for Pepsi?
Yes, and it's the choice of a new generation.
The episode begins with some unnecessary recapping. I mean, it's great if you haven't watched the other 5 episodes, but who does that? No. Ooh, something with Shia LaBeouf.
Just do it!
And, maybe another time. Ooh! The finale of a show I haven't watched. Yes! This was, in my opinion, a far superior wrap-up to a season than the first reboot had. While I think the menace of the Shadowman faded after a few episodes, he at least remained enigmatic and shrouded in uncompromising darkness, whereas Mr. Top Hat just sort of became a whiny loser in the last episode of his season. Now, I won't mention whether the ending here is a happy one or a twisted one, but I think you'll feel satisfied either way.
How will the scares in the finale?
Meh. I mean, there was a moment in the beginning that harkened back to some of the more intense moments from the first 2 episodes, but beyond that, there really wasn't much to be afraid of, which I think is to be expected. I mean, that's the progression of how a story works. We're in the final act. This is where the heroes rally to fight the darkness, both figuratively and literally in this case, and when the heroes face their fear, I think it helps the viewer lose their own fear about what they're watching. Celebrate good times. Yes, I got my cameo. Now, I won't say who it is, even though the Nickelodeon Facebook page ruined that 2 days before the episode aired. And while it's not what you would expect from the character, it was really nice to see them. Were there any other big meta twists? Did my prediction about the ending come true? Well, you'll just have to watch the episode to find out.
Uncool, bruh.
Despite a few faults throughout the season, this episode wraps everything up nicely. I think anyone who is into the new Are You Afraid of the Dark format will be very happy with this season as a whole, and will be longing for the next season to get started. The Tale of the Darkhouse meets the approval of the Midnight Society. And as a season, The Curse of the Shadows, even though it took its name a little too literally in some places, meets the approval of the Midnight Society as well.
Oh boy, I must have scared you all silly.
What did you all think of the final episode? Or the season as a whole? Are you a fan of the original, or just discovering Are You Afraid of the Dark with the reboots? Which do you prefer, old or new? Let me know in the comments below. Be sure to check out the latest episode of the regular recap and review show covering the Tale of the Whispering Walls, which is out now. Until next time, are you afraid of the dark?
Filthy, tricksy little hobbitses. I feel pretty. Oh, so pretty. Come out wherever you are. The Shadowman can. Quite a catchy tune. I'll get you next time, Gadget. Next time.
Thanks for watching, everyone. If you enjoyed this video, please consider giving it a like and a share. Be sure to subscribe and click that bell icon to be notified when more Midnight Society episodes go up. And we've got other cool shows on the channel, so stick around. You might find something else that you like.